Hi everyone, welcome back to science class. Today is Tuesday, September 14th. So today in science, a couple of announcements before we begin. Please make sure assignment number 1, a practice quiz, is completed, and make sure you sign up for your Explore Learning account for tomorrow. There's an announcement and an email with instructions on how to do that. We will be completing a gizmo tomorrow on density. But for today, it's all about SI, or the metric system. You'll want to follow along in your digital notebook and pause this video as you need to as you complete the notes, do the conversions, and then complete the practice. Our learning target for today is quite long. We're going to demonstrate the conversion of units with the International System of Units. It's also known as SI. The ones that we're really going to focus in on are kilo, base units, centi, and milli. Those are the ones that are mentioned in the state standards that they expect 8th graders to know by the end of the year. You should be able to determine and use tools, scientific tools, to take accurate measurements. And the things that you should be able to take measurements on include mass, volume, length, time, density, which we'll focus in on tomorrow, temperature, and weight. We'll look at all of those other items on our lab on Thursday. So again, you'll want to pause your video here as we're taking the notes. SI is a modern system of the metric system. It's French. It's the Système International des Units. The metric system is based on these base units, either meters, liters, or grams. Meters for length, liters for capacity or volume, and then grams for mass. We measure and make measurements expressed with decimals, not fractions. Those other measurements are based on multiplying or dividing by 10. So it makes it really easy that we don't have to remember there are 3 feet in a yard or 12 inches in a foot. Instead, we're just multiplying or dividing by 10 or moving our decimal point. And then we add prefixes to the bases to describe these other measurements. Again, pause and make sure your notes are complete. Here we're going to complete this chart looking at those base units. Across the top, we've got different prefixes. Kilo, hecto, and deca all represent things that are greater than the base unit, meter, liter, or gram. Deci, centi, and milli are some of the base units we'll be using to express things smaller than a base unit. We've got km as the abbreviation, hm, dam, dm, cm, and mm if we're using meters here for our example. And then what do these things mean? A kilometer is 1,000 base units, or 1,000 of something. Hecto is 100. A deca is 10. Our base units are 1. A deci is 1/10 of a base unit, while a centi is 100th of a base unit, and a milli is 1,000th of a base unit. Some things to remember: if we're moving in the chart to the right, it's the same as multiplying by 10 or moving our decimal however many spots to the right. If you're moving from one unit to the next, moving to the left, it's the same as dividing or moving your decimal to the left. Again, length, we measure meters, mass, grams, volume, liters. And sometimes people make little pneumatic devices here to remember things. And here's one that you might help you remember. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk, to help remember the order of these base units and prefixes. You could use that one or come up with one of your own. So some examples here, we're going from 500 centimeters to meters. So I'm starting here and I'm going up the staircase, if you will, 1, 2 spots. So I'm going up. So I want to move, I'm converting to a larger unit. So I move my decimal to the left or divide, and I would move it 2 spots. So 500 centimeters, 1, 2 is the same as 5 meters. Here I'm moving from milliliters to liters. Again, I'm going up the stairs or going from something that is larger. So I go up 1, 2, 3 spots. So my answer here would be 0.004 of a liter. Grams to milligrams, now I'm going from the base unit down to milligrams. I'm going down 1, 2, 3 spots. My answer would be 8,000. And then the last one is 9,000 there. Try these independent practice questions and see how you do. The kids in class will be watching a video and playing some Metric Mania. I'd encourage you to reach out, watch a video, ask questions, and then attempt assignment 7 on metric